What's up guys, it's your Money Cat. In this video, we are going to talk about NIO and how it's breaking to the upside. We're also going to do technical analysis and talk about how far I expect NIO to reach. Before we get started, if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you always stay up to date with Money Cat, I'd appreciate it. Now let's talk about NIO. This is a 180 days 4-hour time frame chart. NIO was in a symmetrical wedge pattern and coming into a very narrow point of resolution. Now the big move actually started yesterday, and what I liked about it is it went up in the morning and it actually stayed up there for the entire day. So I saw strength in it, and today it continued on with its upward movement, breaking out above the symmetrical wedge pattern, which is a very bullish sign. So now let's clean up the chart a little bit. First, I'm going to get rid of this line as that is no longer valid. Let me get rid of the drawings here. For now, I'm going to leave these two lines in. The bottom line because we haven't broken below it, so technically it's still valid. The top one, I'm just leaving it in just for reference. Let's look at the indicators real quick. On the MACD, it's showing a strong bullish momentum, which is really good. With the RSI, it is technically in the overbought region. It is currently sitting at 71.6. Anything above 70 is considered overbought. However, I think because of the MACD and because what NIO has done in the past, I do see a little bit more upside before a possible slight pullback. The reason is, in the past, when NIO had good bullish runs, the RSI went above 80. So I think there's still more room to run for NIO. If you look over here, the RSI is slightly over 80. This one looks like almost 85 or so. So there is potential for NIO to continue to climb up until it gets above 80 RSI. So how high can NIO go up from this run? I think base case is that it reaches the all-time high again at $67. Personally, with my trades, my goal is to exit somewhere between $67, which is the all-time high, and $70. Somewhere within this range, I think I'll be very happy. I think if you want to be a little more conservative, you can draw a resistance line around 65, where you're ignoring this whisker into all-time high. But even that leaves a little bit of room for NIO to go from where it's sitting at until the 65 resistance. If that's your outlook, NIO is still progressing in ascending triangle pattern, which is bullish pattern. So you're looking for NIO to do something like this and narrow down and then break out again later on. I'm also keeping an eye on bigger picture, knowing that NIO tends to have massive runs. For example, this run here was a little over 100%. This run here was about 50%. And even before that, this was a little above 50%. So NIO tends to go on massive runs. So if this is one of those true bullish runs for NIO, then assuming about 50%, that will get us to about $85. So for NIO, I'm going to take a little more risk instead of just taking profit because of the potential and tendency for NIO to run along very far. Gonna have a little bit longer leash for NIO than I typically do with other stocks. Looking at the MACD, you can see that it bounced off sort of the support level. And if we want to define a resistance for it, that is at about 80, even on the 1-year daily chart. So it's not even halfway up to the resistance line at 80 for RSI. Looking at the MACD for this time frame, it looks like it is about to make a MACD crossover to the bullish side. Yes, the MACD is nowhere close to zero, but if you look in the past, NIO's MACD has never really been close to zero, so that is not much of a concern. Lastly, NIO does have earnings report coming up. It is on March 1st. So keep that in mind and trade NIO as how you see fit. Personally, I don't like to play around earnings because now it adds another layer or two that you have to try to predict. And that is just more chances for you to get it wrong and the stock to not go according to your plan.